Right, Richard Ussher, welcome to Perth Western Australia and to the Mainpeak Multisport. First of all, let's just have a little bit of a chat about, you've just got back, well, from New Zealand, but prior to that from Europe and also China. What races have you been on since we last saw you?
Yeah, we had a bit of time off in Europe this year. It was nice, our first break in a while. So not a lot of racing, but a good training block. And then on the way home we had a race in China, the Wulong Mountain Quest, which team race 4 days, and our team took that out, so that was pretty exciting. Pretty busy after that. We had just 8 days back in New Zealand, and now we're over here. And as you can hear, I'm not quite in 100% health, but hopefully still got about a day and a half till the race starts, so hopefully we'll come right and be able to give it a good lash on Sunday.
So yeah, how are you feeling? I mean, you know, you raced fairly hard in Wulong. You do have a bit of a croaky voice. How are you feeling going into the race in terms of 158 kilometres? You feeling as though you're up for the win?
Yeah, I think, I mean, at the moment it hurts to breathe, so it's kind of hard to be ultra positive about the chances. But I mean, the body does feel good. I've got no injuries, and it just really, you know, the more of this sort of flu I can get out of my system before Sunday, the better my chances are going to be. But just have to see. You know, racing's a funny game, and I'm sure we'll get pushed hard by the Australians.
Now you've got three disciplines and 6 or so legs. Do you have any thoughts about, you know, coming to this race, how you're going to approach it? What's your strategy? How are you going to race it?
Well, typically my strategy, well, most people know my strategy is just go to the front and smash it, but yeah, if I'm not feeling well, I'll probably have to change that a little bit and try and just conserve as much as possible, and just see if I can stay with the pace setters and just hope that the strength and the paddling gets me home at the end. But you know, it's a long day. You know, I've got a lot of experience racing over a long distance, so that'll be in my favour, whereas, you know, some of the other guys that I'll be racing against, you know, they're probably more slightly shorter specialists. Yeah, but I know they'll all be up for it. I seem to have a pretty big target on my back these days, so yeah, we'll be trying our best, and we'll just see how the health hangs in there.
Now, probably most of your racing involves mountain biking. This one's got the road bike in it. Does that change your setup, your racing approach at all?
Not really. You know, I love getting on the time trial bike. It was probably one of the things that attracted me to this race. You get a chance to get out your bling, you know, the disc wheel and the time trial bike, and you know, and all the nice gear. So it's always pretty cool to get on that sort of stuff, and yeah, it is fun. And you know, we do a fair amount of that at home as well. In some of the races, we've got a lot of races that sort of combine mountain biking and time trialing, and obviously races like the coast to coast, time trialing is the main biking discipline there. So we haven't raced it for quite a while, you know, probably 5 or 6 months, but yeah, I don't think it's going to be too much of an issue.
What do you think about this type of setup for a race, in terms of you've got you've got the trail run, you've got the road ride, and you've got the paddle, but it's a fairly low level paddle as opposed to anacondas, etc., which are fairly hardcore.
Yeah.
You know, the multi-sport, I suppose, sector, is it sort of races like this that are going to grow?
Yeah, I mean, I've never been to this sort of area of Western Australia where we're going to be racing through, so we'll get a chance to have a look tomorrow. But you know, there's although the paddle isn't particularly technical from what we've heard, it sounds, you know, just the extra length involved makes it quite a different sort of beast to the anaconda races, which are, you know, maybe 12 or 13k. You know, usually less than an hour for the fastest paddlers. Here the best paddlers are going to be 2.5 hours, so it's quite a different mindset, a different range of skills, and it's probably going to suit the better paddlers even more than the anaconda races, because over that amount of time, if you're not a conditioned paddler, you know, you really can lose a lot of time.
There's been a lot of talk about the paddle, the whitewater paddle. You can choose to run or not. You can also change boats. What's your approach coming into the paddles? Are you changing boats at all? Yeah,
we've had to go pretty much on what we've been told, and what we were initially told and what we've been told subsequently was quite far apart. So there's been we've been really fortunate. The guys from Mainpeak have been toing and froing and changing our options as we've changed our minds, as we've heard different things. So we're going to paddle plastic fin surf skis down the top section and the second section, and then we're into some Stella skis at for the final section. So it sounds like it would have been nice to paddle a nice light ski in the second section, but everyone's kind of said there's just too many snags and things you can rip your rudder off with. So we're going to play it safe, and if there's a few things we've got to bash over, then the plastics will be perfect.